More than welcome to have a seat right now. It truly is an honor and a delightful pleasure to be here this evening. Tonight we have a couple of things that we're going to work on. We're going to present a resolution, which is resolution number 405-33LS, and then we're going to present some certificates to the women, the players. But really important and to make sure that we recognize all the hard work that you've done. I'd like to thank the organization for being here, the rugby organization and the family and friends who took the time out of their busy schedules to be here this evening. So let me do my due diligence and acknowledge the hard work and the efforts that you guys do, and then we'll do the official presentation. Fair enough? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you all for being here this evening and joining the 33rd Guam Legislature in presenting Resolution 405-33LS and Certificate Number 164-33LS. I want to note that this is an LS legislative session resolution and certificates. So for generations to come, ladies and gentlemen, this will be archived in the Legislative Journal. So 3-4 generations from now, you have your children or your grandchildren who want to know a little bit about what you've done when you were that rugby player, representing Guam as an ambassador. They can look your name up and they're going to find you. So just know that because it's an LS, it becomes registered in the Legislative Journal and voted by all 15 members of the 33rd Guam Legislature. It truly is an honor for me to be presenting this resolution and certificate to the Guam Women's National Rugby Team and to the organizers. And I want to say, as a female who's still very active in sports or tries to be active, I truly know what it means to represent our island and putting Guam on the map. In 2005, the sport of rugby was introduced into the high schools through the Independent Interscholastic Athletic Association, with 5 girls teams playing flag rugby, while 5 boys teams played tackle rugby. In 2009, before returning to the Hong Kong women's sevens, playing against recently crowned the world champions Australia as well as Tunisia, host Hong Kong, Singapore, and the Arabian Gulf in March. Then in June, Guam made their first appearance in an Asian women's sevens tournament and ranked at 10th, entering the 10-team competition. Surprising all, at the tournament, Guam finished as runner-ups in the plate competition, placing 6th overall. In 2010, Guam took the national team disguised as a university team in the 2010 World University Rugby Championships in Portugal. For the record, Guam played 6 matches, losing first 4 to Canada, then Italy, Ukraine, and Portugal, to be regulated to the bowl competition where Guam again met with Ukraine, then losing 47-7. In the final match, the ladies played their hearts out to defeat Norway 24-7 and took 9th place at that tournament. The players represented and enjoyed the spirit and the festivity of more relaxed rugby tournament in Portugal. In 2016, the team is comprised mostly of returning senior players. There are 8 senior players who have 1 or more international competitions under their belt, who've competed in either Thailand in 2013 and India, Japan or Hong Kong in 2015. They traveled with 4 debutantes. This go around, I want to say they were all fresh out of high school or graduated with at least 2 years. The team is made up of players who grew up in the sport of rugby throughout the various high schools on Guam, notably George Washington High School, Academy, Okudu, and Notre Dame High School. The Guam Women's National Rugby Team traveled and competed in the Asia 7 Development Series in Chennai, India. They challenged Nepal, Indonesia, India, and South Korea. They went undefeated in the pool play and took 2nd place in the competition, which is the first time the Guam Women's Rugby Team has made it into the final match and placed, compared to 2015, where they placed 3rd at the same competition in India, due to point differentials against Uzbekistan and India. I want to say Captain Olivia Flores expressed that the outcome of the tournament really exemplified the huge amount of heart and determination their team had and that they definitely exceeding all standards they set for themselves and made all their training and sacrifices worth it. She also said that they worked so hard to get where they are and that it is only the beginning. We can and we will. I love it. We are Guam Rugby. Coach Kyle was equally enthusiastic. He expressed that it is hard to be disappointed when all our ladies put their hearts and bodies on the line for their team and for Guam. I continue to enjoy my association with the Team Guam ladies and immensely proud for their commitment to improvements as well as their passion and pride in playing for our island of Guam. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Imina Chentai Tres na Leslatudan Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the people of Guam, commend and congratulate the Guam women's national rugby team who made history by taking second place in the Asia Rugby Sevens tournament in Chennai, India, and to further extending an Dångkolo na Masi for their commitment, their dedication, and passion to growing the sport of rugby on Guam and for being stellar sports ambassadors for our island. And be it further resolved that the Speaker and the certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption whereof, and that copies of the same be thereafter transmitted to the Guam Women's National Rugby Team, to the Independent Interscholastic Athletic Association of Guam, which is the IIAAG, and to the Honorable Edward J.B. Cavo, Imagalahin Guahan. Ladies and gentlemen, this was duly and regularly adopted by Imina 23 Naslatudan Guahan on the 14th day of June. It was signed by our Speaker, Speaker Wanpat, myself as Legislative Secretary, Senator Tina Rose Muna Barnes. And at this time, Mr. Steve, I just want to say on behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature and our people of Guam, we congratulate you on all your work. All the beautiful women are here as female ambassadors of Guam to the rest of the world. I want to say congratulations on a job well done. We do have certificates to give, but you know what? As an athlete myself, I want to share it's not always easy to sacrifice a lot of time away from family, a lot of time away from friends, and just making sure that you do your very best to put Guam on the map. You continue to do that. I understand the team is still coming together, and I hope, it is my hope, that as you continue to grow the sport of rugby with the organizers here, that our children can learn so much more from all of you guys as being mentors in the game of rugby. You know, any sport that's played, there takes a lot of camaraderie, a lot of collaboration, a lot of discipline, and a lot of respect. And I truly believe that Team Guam women's rugby team has exemplified that just by the many stories that were shared with me. And when I was asked to do this, I said definitely, not just because I'm a woman, but because Team Guam, the women Team Guam, represented Guam well. And to your coaches and to your parents and your grandparents who helped make this happen, Dångkolo na Masi. So, Mr. Steve, please accept this on behalf of the team. Yes. You want to say a few words? Just a few.
Thanks, Senator. This is an honor for us. Our ladies put in a lot of work, a lot of money, and a lot of sacrifice, as you say. Their parents put up with a lot. We've got a couple here today that have been away with us on a tour and know what's involved. These girls just will die for Guam. That's how bad they want to play for us all. Maybe not, but they really love playing for Guam, and whenever we're away, they're always Guam ambassadors. They wear Guam shirts everywhere. They are the favourites of the crowds because they are so happy, cheerful, and they play really hard, which is unusual in Asia for women. And so that's why we like to send them away. We're going away again in September. They're already training September to Hong Kong and later in September to Korea, with an opportunity to finish in the top 8 in Asia, which is the development tournament in Chennai is the qualification for the Asian. We've got an opportunity now to get in there for real. So Let's go, girls.
Thank you so much, Mr. Steve. I do have certificates to present. I will go ahead and start with the members who did travel to India, and I'll go ahead and read one of the certificates, and then we'll go ahead and pass them out. Certificate number 164-33 LS is introduced by myself, Vice Speaker Cruz, Senator Bloss, and of course the rest of the members of the 33rd Guam Legislature. It is a certificate of recognition presented to the named individual for the Guam Women's National Rugby Team, second place winners at the Asia Rugby Sevens Tournament in Chennai, India, and to commend you for proudly representing our island of Guam by showcasing our culture and hospitality through your excellent sportsmanship, and to extend an Dångkolo masi to you for your enthusiastic support in being an outstanding ambassador of Guam. Imina Trentai Tres na Legislatura in Guam herein directs that this official expression of its recognition and commendation be forthwith sent on behalf of the people of our people of Guam. Ladies and gentlemen, it was signed and sealed on the 17th day of June 2016, signed by our Speaker, Speaker Judith T. Wampat, and myself as Legislative Secretary and sponsor. And at this time, I'd ask everybody to stay up here. I will have you help me present their certificates, and the first one I'll call up, if she's here, Erica Kichichu. Give her a round of applause. Up, okay? I hope I'm saying this right. Shanice Roberto, not here. Okay, honey, you're gonna hang on to that. That's my niece. Taylor Salas, not here. Okay, that's okay. We need to acknowledge their hard efforts. Joyce Vopa, not here. Training. How's about Dione Kitagwa? Dione. Yes. I want to say Genesis Vita. Not here. Aria Paris Tyson. Not here. Anisha Nedlick. I know she's here. Congratulations. Mom's at a meeting. She said she really wanted to come, but she's at that GVB meeting. How's about Amanda Cruz? Yay. Mariah Hennigan, not here. Olivia Flores, yay! Congratulations. Brooke Pangilinan, yay! Rose Cabo, not here. Not here. You want to Lavina Terlahi. Lavina here? Sarah Taguata? Or Lisa Delphin? Okay. I know a lot of them work in Kayla Taguata. Rayona Kitagwa? Kimberly Taguata. Letitia Bloss. Yay! I said that right? Tasi Ada. You want to pick it up for her? Livana Piper? Right here. I think the last one, I hope I'm not missing anybody. Sierra Ariola? Sarah? New members. Okay. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, please don't hesitate to let me know, and we'll make sure that their names get recognized and their certificates get provided. But again, on behalf of the 33rd Guam Legislature, we extend our Dångkolo Masi for all that you've done to represent Guam as sports ambassadors, and we can ask you to continue the hard work and the sacrifices you do in the efforts to represent our people, but more importantly, as you display the Chamorro hospitality to the rest of the world. We want to say God bless each and every one of you. Again, thank you for representing Guam well, and I want to say to the women team, Viva! We're going to take an official photo, and I'd like to thank the parents for taking the time to be with her and the siblings for being here this evening and showing your support. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Side words so everybody can fit, right? See, it looks good on TV.